All right, fellas, you're going to have a good time tonight. This is a great thing that you're going to be a part of, man. It's a lot of fun.
We took a situation where the MIJs lacked, for whatever reason, and we weren't negative about something negative. We were positive about something negative. We looked forward, not back, and we said, this is what we have to do.
I think at some point the contract is to claim back that small work, the storefronts and the small jobs that traditionally went to MIJs. To get that work back, you need to have quality guys out there performing that work. And I believe this program goes a long way towards ensuring that the electricians that we're pumping out in the future are proficient in their trade.
We want to ensure that we produce good quality work. And this is a way to see that our young mechanics are going to keep up and produce good quality work.
Well, MIJ Bootcamp is a kind of like a test to see if somebody's been paying attention with their hands, their eyes.
They have 4 tasks which they have to perform. Each one is given to them, you know, in a consecutive order. They get an hour for each task. It basically gives them a chance, you know, it gives us a chance to evaluate them, and also gives them a chance to evaluate where they're at.
We make them aware of all their actions and what they're doing and how they're working. If they take their lockout key and they take the key to their lock and they put it on the cart instead of in their pocket, and you know, we see what's going on, and you know, we'll try to take that key away without them knowing. At the end of the night, they got to turn their booth on. Where's the key? Where's the key? Well, I don't know.
They're stuck.
They're stuck. You know, I don't know. You tell me where the key is. Your key. You know, and I guess the laborer took it. And he's turning on switches. You know, when you put it to them in that way, that's where it really hits home with them, and they realize, like, wow, you know, I really got to be paying attention out in the field. I really got to be on top of my game.
When they leave here, they just get a vote of confidence. Listen, I got the boot turned on, my motor worked, my light worked.
I don't think the kids have the confidence, you know, so I think coming through this program is giving them the confidence that they need to go out there.
I think the 2 rough parts that I hit were the pipe bending and the motor control, and you know, I had Ryan to really help me through the motor control, told me to just take a deep breath basically and look at the prints. And once I was confident enough to, you know, trust my own instincts, it worked out fine.
They may not know how to wire a transformer when they came in here, but the fact is that they can figure it out and do it.
Even if they're not completing the whole booth, they're still completing tasks. And some of the tasks that they're completing is stuff that they never saw before.
That MIJ comes down on the night and is given the impression that this is the second phase of a multi-phased project. The first crew left, they're in the afternoon shift, pick up the work that was done and continue with it. And we ask them to follow the instructions that are given to them. They've got a time frame to do it in, and as Joe pointed out earlier, at the end of each of the 4 sections, they're evaluated as to whether or not they've completed that task in a safe manner, in a manner that meets the code, in a manner which is practical installation, and is it done correctly. And all that is put together at the end of the night, and if it all works and is all safe, then the booth is turned on.
The boot camp process started in December. I was called upon by the business manager to coordinate this effort. And at first, it was a fact-finding mission. It was about collecting data. The local had set suitable delegation to Ann Arbor, Michigan. 3 of us went. We went out there. We became certified in this performance evaluation. We came back with that data, formulated a plan of attack, and ordered out the supplies and the materials. I had the opportunity and privilege of working with the business manager, the chairman of the Joint Industry Board, the associate director to Educational Cultural Fund, and the treasurer of Local 3. Both directors of the apprenticeship department, along with business agents, rank and file members, Bob McCormick from the safety department, Larry Cohen from, he's the safety chairman of Local 3. It really was a union effort on every level, and proud of that.
The NJATC, they pretty much say it takes about 2 years to build one of these things, and we did it in 9.5 weeks. So, I mean, right there alone, it really opens your eyes as to what this membership can accomplish when they really put their mind to it.
I'd say there was probably anywhere between 120 to 150 volunteers that came down during the week. We were up and running Monday through Friday every day, and there was a couple of weekend shots involved where guys stepped up and put their family life aside to come in and get this boot camp up and running.
When I first came here, this was a old dusty basement. Now it's a thriving living facility, and it's incredible. The guys came, everybody put their heart and soul into this, and it's to show you what Local 3 can do.
The mentors they get from journeymen out in the field, or anybody who is called the Educational Culture Fund says that they want to be involved in the MIJ Bootcamp, and they go through a training process ourselves. You know, we show them the boots, we talk to them, we have a PowerPoint presentation that talks to them about what we expect them to do, and they're actually more, you know, the name supersedes itself. They say MIJ Bootcamp. We're not, you know, they're not down here yelling at them and making them do push-ups. They're, you know, more of a mentor process.
We get a call from the educational department with an MIJ's name and phone number. We give them a call, we see what their strong points are within the room, anything that we could maybe help them with to prepare. Not so much give them any information as far as, you know, what's going to be on the test, but try to pick their brain a little, get their brain moving so that they can figure stuff out on their own for when they get here. We tell them, you know, you can give me a call whenever you want before the test if you want to go over anything, and whatever other contact happens in between that time, it's different from MIJ to MIJ. Once we come in here, we're no longer a mentor, now we're an evaluator.
The relationship between mentor and MIJ carries through after the boot camp is over. When they come down, the MIJs, they do the booth, and at the end, they get the mentor's phone number. They get a business card with that mentor's phone number in the pocket. And we tell them, if you don't use this number, you're failing yourself.
When I first came into Local 3, Harry Van Arsdale was still alive, and he used to show up at the apprentice meetings. And that was a really important thing that he did, and it gave you a great feeling of being part of a big family. And I really haven't had that feeling in a long time, and being part of this boot camp has brought that feeling back.
You're really having a unique kind of interaction with this MIJ. It's not like you're teaching a class and there's 30 kids there. You have an intense kind of interaction with them for 4 or 5 hours, a couple of phone calls and the evaluation.
Well, I feel that it was time for me to give back, and the best way I can is to show that these kids go out so this local's around for at least another 100 years or so.
And everything that's been given to me, given to my father, came from this local. So I'm giving back.
The members of our union that are participating and coming down to volunteer their time, it says that they care about their union.
Now for me, it's not just going to work, doing my job and going home. I'm giving back to the betterment of the local, to the future.
Any journeyman on a job that have a problem with the caliber of the journeymen alongside them, or the apprentices or the MIJs, what they should do is reach out and volunteer their time and make a difference.
The evolving boot camp that started in 2008 was a curiousness to every journey person out there and to everybody that was a first-year apprentice through MIJ. But by 2010, everybody's going to know where boot camp is, what sorts of things are on there, and there's going to be a whole volume of people that know how to mentor that didn't know how to teach somebody before. Because mentoring is a little bit different than teaching. It's certainly different than showing. By 2028, you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody that doesn't know exactly what's happening in here, and we will already have had the first people that went through the full boot camp experience becoming mentors. And at that point, I'll be really happy because the whole industry will feel as if, hey, we always had a boot camp.